Okay, guys, going to take you through a very simple strategy that you can trade every day in the New York session to get a nice 1:4 or even more on many occasions risk reward ratio. Now, I'll keep this video very short and I'll keep it very simple. So, what you want to do is, so on my time zone, which is UCT plus 2, the New York Open is at 3:30. Unless it's daylight savings, it shifts to 4:30. So all you want to do is you want to draw your high of the New York session. Obviously, you don't know, we're not trading this day. We would be trading on the Friday. This is just for me to explain to you guys. And you would draw your low of the New York session. So your low would be here. Then you come into Asian session, you do whatever, it doesn't really matter. And the next day, now what you're going to wait for is the London Open to shoot into the previous day's high or the previous day's low zone. Now this is how it works. So I could even rewind this, I can show you exactly how it works. But basically, you know that yesterday's high is this zone, 3:30, that's the highest point that the market reached in that session, and this is the lowest point that the market reached. Now we know that the open is in 30 minutes, so we wait 30 minutes. Okay, so now we're watching this live, the market's opened. You're going to be looking to aggressively sell from this zone. You can put your stop loss, give it a bit of room around there, and you can sell down to the next zone. So today would be a 5.5 to 1. And you see it melts. You should actually enter at the beginning of the zone, and I'll tell you exactly how to draw the zones correctly. But this is a melt. And I mean, what you could also notice is if it doesn't reject this zone and it breaks it, you could enter another sell. Now remember, one trade here is a whole profit challenge passed. So it all depends on how you guys want to take your trades. Now the zone would be technically the full candle, the full 15-minute candle here. So maybe enter in the middle of it. This would be your entry here. So it works out quite nicely. That's just one example. So I'll show you another example. Now, it doesn't happen every day, and it doesn't mean it's always going to work. But when it does work, your RR is minimum 4 to 1. So if you look here, this here, let's rewind to here. This looks like a nice high and low. Okay, so here it's a Monday, 3:30. The open comes, the market melts. So here is your high zone. You obviously don't know where the low is, so you're going to wait. Okay, the next day, so here's your low. Here's your low zone. And now the open would be where the vertical line is. So let's see what the market does at the open. Notice the timing of it as well. Timing is so important in trading. Everything happens for a reason. So we're waiting for the open. Boom, boom. Sell or buy, whichever hits first. Just remove this, sorry. Yeah, so we could see the wick. Okay, so if your entry, as I said, is in the middle of the zone, there's your entry. And you can target a 4 to 1, 5 to 1, however you like. As I said, you could even target the middle of the next zone. That's a 6 to 1. If you're risking 1%, that's 6.7%. So very simple strategy. I will write down the rules right here, but you basically draw high and low of New York session. Then watch how those zones react the next day. What you can also notice is sometimes you could get a high or low and it isn't tapped into. Let's say it's Monday's high and it's not tapped into, and then Wednesday comes and it tapped into that low. So you can keep your zones for the whole week if you want. Price tends to react off these zones. It's very, very simple. Now, when you're trading a prop firm challenge, the most important thing is to manage your risk. So, for example, if you have 100K, this must, your stop loss size and your position size must be, okay, here, this is $1,000, I'm only risking 1%. When I win 5.4R, whatever it is, whatever your stop loss is, just give it some room. If you want to do that, you can. Your RR will be higher, you'll pass in one trade. As I'm showing you guys an entry model, a strategy, I'm not showing you a whole system. You need to make it your own system. So however you want to trade this, trade it, but manage your risk and you will pass profits 99% of the time. I'm not going to say 100%, there's nothing exists in trading that is perfect, but your win rate on this is above 50% and your RR is massive. So it's a very nice strategy for those that are struggling. And yeah, take it from there and let me know how you go in the comments.